Picture this. She barely replies to your messages. She's always busy when you ask her out. She talks to you like you're just another friend. No spark, no interest, no hint of attraction. You try to be nicer, more attentive, more available, and yet the more effort you put in, the less she seems to care. Sound familiar? That's one of the most frustrating positions a man can be in, completely dismissed by a woman he actually desires. And most men respond with the same predictable mistake. They try harder. They send longer texts. They shower her with compliments. They bend over backwards for scraps of attention. And in doing so, they dig themselves deeper into invisibility. Here's the brutal truth. The harder you try to prove your worth to a woman who shows no interest, the more you confirm her original judgment that you are not worth her romantic attention. But there's another way. What if I told you her indifference isn't rejection? It's simply lack of stimulation. Women are surrounded by male attention. Every day, dozens of men are in her DMs, validating her photos, offering themselves up like sacrifices. To her, this flood of energy is background noise. Your niceness doesn't stand out. It blends into the white static of constant male pursuit. And the human brain doesn't value what's abundant. It values what's scarce. Indifference is her mind's filter, a defense mechanism against endless attention. You haven't failed as a man. You've simply failed to create contrast. That's why the men she obsesses over are often the ones who don't chase, the ones who hold their attention back, the ones who seem like they could walk away at any moment. It's not that she wants to be ignored, it's that scarcity creates psychological weight. Different behavior triggers a different response. In a world where every man is trying to please her, the man who refuses to play that game becomes unforgettable. The solution isn't to give her more of the same. It's to create scarcity where abundance once existed. That's how you transform from being just another admirer into a man whose attention has actual value. But this scarcity must be real, born from genuine self-respect and options, not from manipulative games. Here's the first truth that shocks most men. The fastest way to make an uninterested woman think about you is to vanish. No slow fade, no explanation, no dramatic exit. Just disappear. When you've been a constant presence, even in the background, your sudden absence creates a void her brain can't ignore. It's not that she misses your texts or attention, it's that her mind notices a pattern has been disrupted. This is called a pattern interrupt. Human brains are wired to solve puzzles, to close loops. When you vanish, you create an unsolved mystery. She starts asking herself, why did he stop? Did something happen? Was it me? That curiosity alone plants you in her mind in a way your constant attention never could. Strategic withdrawal simulates rejection, and rejection, even subtle, triggers the same brain regions as physical pain. It doesn't matter if she wasn't romantically interested before. Her mind still experiences discomfort and seeks resolution. That's why silence is louder than words. But disappearing is only the first step. One of the most powerful ways to shift her perception is by showing, not telling, that others value what she dismissed. Women are deeply influenced by social proof. When she sees other people, especially other women, enjoying your company, seeking your attention, or celebrating your presence, it forces her to question her judgment. What do they see in him that I overlooked? The key is authenticity. Don't stage fake scenarios. Live a life that naturally draws people in. Share glimpses of experiences, growth, travel, achievements. Proof that you're building a fulfilling life that doesn't revolve around her. This creates 3 responses: curiosity about you, jealousy toward the women who now have your attention, and doubt about her decision to dismiss you. Suddenly, the man she ignored is the man she can't stop noticing. Perhaps the most counterintuitive strategy is this: eliminate all forms of communication with her. Not reduced contact, complete silence, no liking her posts, No comments. No replies to her messages or calls. This sudden withdrawal creates a brutal contrast to your old behavior and forces her to notice what's missing. Most men fail here. The moment she throws them a crumb of attention, they rush back in, thinking it means romantic interest. It doesn't. Often, it's just her testing the waters, checking if you're still available to feed her ego. Women who don't want you romantically may still enjoy the validation you provide. You're not her man, you're her fan, and the second you cut off that validation, she feels the void. So disappear completely. Don't watch her stories, don't like her posts, don't even hover in her digital shadow. In today's social media-driven world, this absence is often more painful than physical distance. When she no longer sees your name in her notifications, she'll notice. The silence speaks louder than any words, and when your strategy starts working, and it will, she'll reach out. Maybe with a casual message, a like or some weak attempt to reignite the validation flow. That's when discipline matters most. Do not respond instantly. Wait hours, even a full day. This delay proves you're not waiting by your phone for her attention. It maintains the scarcity that triggered her curiosity in the first place. When you do reply, keep it short. Cordial, but not enthusiastic. No long conversations, no personal updates, no energy that signals pursuit. Treat her as you would a casual acquaintance. Friendly, but detached. This emotional neutrality is the key. You're not rude. You're not cold. You're simply unaffected by whether she approves of you or not. This detachment is what flips the script, because now the power dynamic shifts. She's the one wondering, she's the one chasing, and for the first time, she feels the loss of a man she once took for granted. One of the most powerful ways to shift a woman's perception is through authentic social proof. This doesn't mean posting fake photos or staging scenarios to spark jealousy. Women can smell inauthenticity instantly. The key is living a genuine, full life that naturally includes women and allowing her to see it. This could be group outings, professional networking, or casual gatherings where female friends are simply part of your circle. Post photos that happen to include women, tag friends after events, or share experiences that highlight your active social lifestyle. Done authentically, this signals that you have options and opportunities for connection, and that others value what she overlooked. It's not about showing off, it's about demonstrating abundance. But social proof is only one layer. Another is creating psychological anchors, personal associations that tie you to her everyday experiences. This could be an inside joke, a unique phrase, or a perspective you introduce that becomes linked to you in her mind. Maybe it's a book you recommended, a song you shared, or a way of framing ideas that only you gave her. Later, when she encounters those things, you're the one she thinks of. These anchors keep you present in her thoughts long after you've stepped back. Go further by expanding her world. Most men seek validation by chasing approval. Instead, position yourself as the man who introduces her to new experiences, insights, and perspectives. Share knowledge from genuine expertise. Teach her something useful, or challenge her thinking with new ideas. This intellectual stimulation creates a deeper bond than compliments or attention ever could. When you disappear, she won't just miss your messages. She'll miss the mental stimulation, the curiosity, the growth that came only from you. Few men can engage her mind. When you stop, she'll notice. And that absence creates the kind of pull that no amount of chasing ever could. Live fully. Interact authentically. Anchor yourself in her world, and then withdraw. That's how you transform indifference into longing. Attraction isn't built by chasing, it's built by providing value without needing it in return. When you position yourself as a man with confidence, competence, and leadership, you flip the dynamic. You're no longer seeking her approval, You're showing that your life is fulfilling with or without her. Redirect the energy you've been pouring into pursuit and invest it back into yourself. Advance in your career. Push your physical condition. Develop new skills. Expand your circle. Every hour you spend building your world makes you more attractive, not because you're trying to impress her, but because you're living with purpose. Find passions that consume you. When your energy is directed toward meaningful goals, you stop chasing external validation. That shift alone makes your attention scarce, and scarcity is magnetic. Women are drawn to men who have a mission bigger than romance. When your life already has momentum, your presence becomes a prize. Build a rich social life. Not staged, not forced, authentic. Fill your time with diverse friendships, activities, and experiences that fuel your growth. When you're genuinely busy, you become harder to access, and she feels the absence. But the point isn't to manipulate. It's to build a life so full that no single person can define it. From there, shift your mindset. Stop asking, "How do I win her?" Start asking, "Does she deserve access to me?" This isn't arrogance. It's self-respect. When you carry yourself as someone who has standards, your attention instantly becomes more valuable. She realizes your presence isn't guaranteed, and that scarcity flips the power dynamic. Most men fear indifference, but when you're outcome independent, when you're content no matter how she responds, you radiate authentic confidence, and confidence without desperation is magnetic. Finally, timing matters. After complete withdrawal, don't rush back. Wait long enough for her to feel your absence. 2 to 3 weeks if contact was regular, 4 to 6 if it was light, then reemerge. Not with neediness, but with something worth her attention, a new experience, an insight, or value she didn't expect. That's how indifference turns into pursuit. When you reemerge, the key is simple. Let your absence look productive, not desperate. Don't explain where you've been. Don't apologize for not reaching out. Act as if the silence was natural, because a man with a full life doesn't pause everything for someone else's attention. Return as an upgraded version of yourself. Stronger physically, sharper mentally, more connected socially, and more confident in your own skin. But don't announce these improvements. Don't post updates begging for validation. Let your actions, presence, and natural energy reveal the changes. Real attraction sparked by authentic transformation, not performance. That's why these strategies only work if they're rooted in genuine self-respect. If you're secretly needy while pretending to be detached, she'll sense the act. Real magnetism comes from actually becoming someone you admire, someone who respects his own time, his own boundaries, and his own value. Boundaries are everything. Don't be available on demand. Don't tolerate disrespect. Don't compromise your standards just to keep her attention. A man without boundaries is a man without respect. And scarcity built on self-respect is what makes her notice you, miss you, and chase you. But think bigger than just one woman. The same mindset that makes her miss you will make you attractive to women in general. Build yourself into the kind of man high-quality women naturally want to be around. This mindset shift prevents desperation. You stop hinging your worth on one outcome because you've created an abundant life where women are drawn to you, not the other way around. When she finally starts chasing again, don't collapse into your old habits. Don't respond instantly. Don't shower her with validation. Match her energy, but never exceed it. Let her actions prove her interest before you increase your investment. Attraction isn't about rewarding words, it's about recognizing consistent behavior. The ultimate truth is this: the most powerful move isn't chasing, it's becoming someone worth chasing. Withdraw strategically, grow relentlessly, and reemerge as a man transformed. That's when indifference turns into obsession. Your value was never defined by her initial reaction. Sometimes the strongest lesson you can teach is by walking away and letting your absence say what your presence couldn't. If this hit home, don't just scroll away. Hit that like button, subscribe, and join the pack. Here, we don't chase validation. We build strength, standards, and respect. Stay sharp, stay relentless. And I'll see you in the next one.